Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting Minecraft Let's Play episode. I am Tyken, and today I have a few things to show you. First of all, I went ahead and did this while you guys were away. I just went ahead and built the dome over the dojo. I had to redo it a few times, and I did record it initially, but it was just kind of boring, and I didn't think you would really enjoy just seeing me put down glass. I also plan on doing a tutorial later, eventually showing you how to make a dome, even though this is kind of flat on top. This isn't actually the most circular circle I could find, though. Regardless, let's go ahead and get started with this Let's Play series. We're going to actually do some building this time. I also have a few plans I want to talk to you guys about as well. Speaking of plans, though, I'm almost finished designing my cow statue. I'm literally just a few more blueprints away from finishing the entire design. Then I'll be able to start building on it. But first of all, one of my fans had an interesting suggestion. In my last video, I said I was going to have like a doorway coming through the side right here, going all the way into the overhang area. But instead, one of my fans said, well, why don't you just do this entire staircase going all the way down to bedrock? Which I thought was a pretty interesting idea. I mean, I'm not sure going all the way to bedrock would be a good idea, but having this staircase go down multiple levels would be interesting. As you can, well, I say that too much. Right here, you can tell I started digging through, kind of connecting them, and I plan on having it come out and go down into the overhang eventually. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do until I finish that, but I also plan on continuing this entire thing going downward into maybe all the way to the bottom of this mountain, so you have a easy access stairway to get all the way up top, just in case. I might add a motivator too, just for the heck of it. One that resets itself. Fully automatic. Also, what I wanted to start building this time was, well, actually, before I get started on that, I was talking about the cow statue. In my last video, I asked you all whether I should hack in the materials or if I should gather them all legitly. I hate to say it, but I think I might have to hack the materials in, considering I'm not even done with the blueprints, and I've counted how many blocks I need of each. And I need roughly about 1,500 wool and about 2,000 obsidian just to do a full-scale cow statue. So keep that in mind when you tell me whether you want me to do it legitly or not, because that would literally take way too long, way too much time to do. So let's go ahead and get started. Here I cleared out all this land and started filling it in. I didn't want to do too much while you're away, because I know a lot of you have been wanting to actually see me as I build, instead of just building and then talking about it, which I have a bad habit of doing. But I started my tree farm here, and I tested it just to see if everything works, and of course it works. Pretty much simple, easy design. Actually, I forgot to get something. Actually, I need 2 buckets of water, and I didn't bring any, so I'm just gonna, I guess I'll cut the video real quick and go up there and get it. So, be right back. Okay guys, we're back, and God, you missed it. I mean, just some amazing stuff happened while you were away. Oh well, you won't be seeing that. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue. Well, I should have actually started doing this before I built this, but essentially I'm going to be doing my water trenches under the half-stones, the blocks, like I do with my, what is it, I guess my wheat farm? Yeah, that's it. Couldn't think of the word for some reason. Anyway, I'm going to be pretty much using the same basic concept design, even though it's pretty much proven trees don't need water. It doesn't really hurt to add water flow, I guess. But let's go ahead and make an infinite spring. It's nightfall. It was already pretty close to dark when I started, so I must apologize for that. But everything should be pretty well lit, or at least I'll try to keep it lit. Let's go ahead and make our spring. Okay, now we got it. Also, you guys can watch this sheep. Get away. No. Okay, there we go. I wanted to tell you guys that I plan on doing another contest. Well, not another contest, but like, I have a new idea for a new contest that I'm sure you all shall be interested in. I still have to work out some details before I announce anything final, but I'll be posting it on my blog and in one of my next videos once I finally have the details all hammered out and everything, because I want to make sure it works and everything before people start wanting to get admissions. I'm not sure what the right word is, but I want to start joining the contest. I want to make sure everything's working right. I'll post more details on my blog when I finish having that all set up. Let's see what else. Oh yes, I also posted some of my Calprints, my initial Calprint designs on my blog, so feel free to check that out when you're ready, or when you want to. Hold on, wait. Yeah, I think I'm doing this wrong. Yeah, this needs to stay here. And then it's a 3x3, so I need to dig this out around it. It's basically a 3x3 square of grass, or dirt rather, with sapling in the middle. Well, first you want to put your torches, one on each corner, then one in the middle, then a sapling in the middle, and then you just cover up the trench with water. I meant with the water trench with a half stone block, but of course I always like to fill it in so you don't have that running water sound. Plus, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. The cool thing is you can make an infinite water spring as you do this, so you don't have to keep running over there to refill it. And just cover this back up. But you guys can listen to me talk as I build, which I'm sure you guys like. I think anyway. I'm not sure. Anyway, where was I with the contest? Oh yes. I posted my, well, they're my, I guess, beta blueprints of my cow design. It still needs work, and I need to make sure they're perfect before I start designing it, because I've actually had to completely redo the designs at least 2 to 3 times already. So it's been a lot of work, but I think I really want it to come out perfect, where it's just amazing. Hopefully I get the same reactions as I did for my Christmas special, because I know you guys really like that. Oh, if you've also been keeping in touch with my blog, I plan on doing a special video for you all. It's, actually, let me turn the sound down, because it does sound a little bit loud, so let's knock it down to about 40. There we go. And a little bit lower wouldn't hurt. There we go. Where was I? Oh yes, I plan on doing a special video for you all. If you've looked on my blog lately, which I have been updating my blog a lot, so I recommend checking in at least once a day. If you can, anyway. No need to get, obsessive about it or whatever. I've been trying to update it as much as possible, trying to make things more interesting to get people to look at it more, but, as I was saying, my special video, I think you all should like. One night, I really couldn't sleep because I had the idea to do this video, and I really couldn't sleep until I actually got up and started writing down my ideas and pretty much all the script of what I want to do for the video. And I hope you should all like it. I definitely am going to enjoy making it. I already have pretty much everything set up. All I have to do is actually record it and make a special video for it. So I think you should like that quite much. Let's see. I've also have tons of plans on what I'm going to do. I have so much more I want to actually start building, but I really don't want to start building it until I film it, because I know a lot of you like to see me as I build. Kind of like a tutorial as you watch me, I guess. But one of the next projects I want to start working on, I've been really wanting to work on my underwater base, but to be honest, I think I might reconsider what I'm going to do with it. I want to do the tram system, but I don't think it would work exactly, well, it would work as I intended it to, but it wouldn't face the right, well, it wouldn't point in the right direction, I guess. I do have some interesting ideas for it, though, and I found, as I was saying, I found this design where it's essentially like a tram system using minecarts for transportation, only instead of using minecarts and boosters and everything, you basically just use boat and water. It's not a complex design, but it's quite interesting to say the least. And it's a little tricky to work out. I haven't actually built one yet, but I'm really excited to get into it and try it. But I found a way how to actually make it go upward, where before the video I found, you pretty much just go straight in one direction. And if my theory is right, which I've tested it out, but I've pretty much did it on a scale model, so I need to test it out full scale. But essentially, it should allow you to travel pretty much any direction instead of just a straight line and going up or down. So it's essentially a fully functional tram system. Of course, you need a lot of room, and it doesn't have a lot of dexterity a tram system would have, where you could make sharp turns. But essentially, you use much less iron. Although you do make a lot of wood. Though, that's... not make a lot of wood, you need a lot of wood. But that's why you make a tree farm like I'm doing right now, and you shouldn't have any problems. Because trees are a renewable resource, at least in Minecraft, which is pretty easy to do. Within like a day of a fully grown tree. Let's see. Let's go ahead and continue this. As you can see, it's pretty much getting pretty well built already. Shouldn't be long until we have a huge tree farm. Oh, there's something else I wanted to do. I saw this in someone else's videos. Essentially, what you do... Let me refill this. Before these saplings grow, let me go ahead and pluck them, I guess. Let's see. You block up a couple of squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I think it's at the 7th, you want to put a glass block. And then, of course, you can just drop down. And essentially, I think it's the 7th block. I'm not entirely sure. But what this does, it allows you to have the biggest possible tree without having one of those huge ones that just get all over the place and are really hard to harvest and not really pleasant in any way. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It just basically makes your tree farm much neater. And I saw this on someone else's videos. I don't remember who exactly. I think it might have been Ethos as well, because I got a couple of good ideas from him, actually. Although I'm not using his design for a tree farm, I'm just using a couple of his ideas, like his boat tram system, which I really like and would like to try to build. I haven't actually built one, and it'd be interesting to try instead of a tram system, considering I hardly have any iron on this world. Then again, I hardly been mining at all, and I really need to get back into that, considering I'm almost out of cobblestone, believe it or not. In my main save file, I have like 3 double chests full of this stuff. Then again, I did have a quarry, which I might do here. Oh! I did have a couple of ideas which I wanted to do for my fans. I wanted to make a beta... No, not a beta world. A test world, pretty much. Just a big flat world where... let's see, how do I describe this? Just a big open area where you can build stuff pretty easily. It would have chests full of all the materials you could possibly need. Of course, I think... Well, of course they would have to be hacked, but I'm wondering if they should just be like stacks of 64, or if they should be hacked where they can go way above the normal stack limit. It would allow you to fit things easier and have more things like signs, but I don't know. I could just do raw materials and tools, of course. But essentially, it would be a world full, just a big open world, completely flat, have a couple of chests and everything you need in them, and essentially what it will allow you to do is build and test anything you need, and, well, without having to waste resources on your own world. So, I think it would be an interesting thing to do, and I could use it myself, of course, but I'll share it with you guys. And if you're interested, go ahead and post a comment, and I'll get to work on it. So that's 4, 5, 6, and then glass. Ow. But, I was thinking about doing that. I had a few other ideas as well. I don't remember them all. Well, I remember them, but it's hard to think while you're, I guess, building, because I get real focused on when I'm building, talking, and it's hard to, I don't know. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue. Oh, speaking of which, a lot of my fans have been, well, not a lot, but a couple of my fans have been asking me to download this mod called Moe's Creature Mod, I guess it's called, and I was really concerned with it at first, considering I know some mods, especially ones that add content to the game, generally add ID blocks, which if you don't have the mod, it will make your Minecraft client crash. In other words, you won't be able to load the mod at all. The save file, I mean. But one of my fans that had it gave me his save file and was like, well, if this doesn't work, then you know not to download it. So it seemed to work fine. I'm going to make a backup file just to be safe, but in one of my future videos, maybe my next, whenever I can get to it, you should see a lot more creatures in my map. Also, I'm actually excited to try this out because of some of the things it adds. I will also be taking it off of Peaceful and start building while on, I think, either easy or normal. Wait, I mean, take it off of Peaceful and put it either on easy or normal. Probably normal. Just so, let's see. They do have some other creatures, though, in the thing that only spawn on hard, which I really don't ever want to encounter. They have some interesting creatures, though, like an ogre, which actually destroys blocks, which would be interesting, because I would actually have something attacking my base. Of course, it can't destroy obsidian. It's like, whenever it hits you, it's like throwing TNT, essentially. So it's like a creeper that can keep on exploding. Which sounds actually like fun, because it's kind of a dangerous foe. Of course, they also have other things like werewolves, horses, unicorns, which kind of sounds... I'm not exactly sure how to describe it, but it sounds kind of hilarious. It does sound more interesting. I guess one of the reasons I always play on Peaceful is because I kind of got bored with all the game's conventional monsters and everything. Because, I mean, once you build a big fort and everything, you can pretty much... Well, for one, you never really have to go outside, and for two, you can pretty much protect yourself or spawn bust everything, so there's no real point in it. But with the mod, that would be quite interesting to do. It also adds things like birds and all that, which should be cool as well. Okay, let's go ahead and finish this up. I don't think I'm going to, finish all of this on camera. I'm just going to pretty much do most of it, and then maybe finish it up, do a little cleaning up, make it look nice while you're gone, and then we can go ahead and get on to the next project in my next video, so I don't waste like 2 videos on the same project. So I know you guys don't want to see that. I mean, I know you guys want to see me build, but not the same thing every episode. Okay. This is actually coming out looking nice. At least I think so. Or extravagant, rather. Since a lot of you say I tend to use the word nice too much. So I'm going to change it up. I need a thesaurus, though. I really do. And for those of you that don't know, a thesaurus isn't a dinosaur. Yes, I've made that confusion as well before in the past. But no, kidding aside, actually that would be really cool. A nerdy dinosaur named a thesaurus. Wears glasses, has a pocket protector, and all that. Dungeons and Dinosaurs. That would be cool, actually. Or rather interesting. I'm not sure how good it would be, but it sounds fun. Dungeons and Dinosaurs. I would play it, definitely. I actually, I used to play Dungeons and Dragons a lot, actually. It's a really fun game. The only problem is, pretty much every Dungeon Master I've had, which is the storyteller, the one that kind of leads the game, every Dungeon Master I've ever had, well, they weren't bad, but one Dungeon Master literally restarted the game every week, which got to be a little tedious. Oh, wait. Here we go. Okay, need to refill. And it wasn't bad games, because they were creative and fun to play, but having to restart every week was just so much work. Considering it takes, like, depending on how much you want to put into your character, it takes a pretty long while to make a character, so there's always that. But enough about my nerdy ramblings. It's almost dark, and this video should be long enough. And of course, I don't really like building at night because I have to put torches everywhere just so you can see. I think I'll go ahead and end this soon, and I'll show you the finished product in my next video. In my next video, well, I plan on having a couple of things done. I really want to build my spawn tower, which is pretty much where you pop up when you die. And, oh, I'm going to be putting my donators plaque in there, finally, because I've been really wanting to do that. Because a lot of people have donated to me. Well, not a lot, but a few people have donated to me. And I want to show them how much I appreciate them. And all that. So, hopefully, we should... well, I should be trying to build that in my next video. And we'll see how that comes out. I have a good idea for a tower I actually got inspiration from on the forums. It was actually a real picture, not just something someone built. So we should see something cool soon. But pretty much this is the design so far. Pretty simple, but really effective. Plus it should give you tons of saplings. Of course I'm going to have an underground tree farm eventually. But this is pretty much just for saplings and an easy source of wood. And yes, that's what she said. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I hope you guys liked it. I'll see you next time.